you want to learn how to increase your productivity by working smarter and not harder, continue to watch this video. Hi, my name is Nathan. I'm the owner of the Prime Craftsman YouTube channel. On this channel, you're going to find a lot of videos about self-help and how to improve your life on a day-to-day basis. If you like that sort of thing, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to start this video off by asking you one important question, and that is, what is something that is keeping you from being productive? I really want to help you guys as much as I can, so be sure to tell me in the comments down below. Let's get right into the video. So the very first thing we're going to be talking about today is to prioritize your tasks ahead of time. When you prioritize your tasks, you're less likely to put things off. An easy way to get started at this is creating an actionable plan. I recommend creating this plan a couple of days before you need it. At the very least, you should do it the day before. If you plan this ahead of time, there's a high possibility that you're going to accomplish more. Creating a plan like this allows you to get more things done. You're also less likely to put things off, and you can see all the things you've done throughout the day and what you need to do next. One of the hardest things to do is to stick through with this plan and to actually get started. If you have problems with starting things or procrastination issues, be sure to check out my last video right here. Once you have this plan together, I recommend completing your most dreaded tasks first thing in the morning. Although it might seem like a pain starting with your most dreaded tasks in the morning, starting with the easiest ones actually will result in your downfall. Harder tasks are easier in the morning because you have a lot more energy to actually get things done. If avoidable, don't put your hard tasks off into the evening. Doing these hard tasks in the evening when you're tired and you don't really want to do it, you are much more likely to put it off into tomorrow. Doing this could result in a loss of productivity over time and could form a bad habit that you could spend a really long time trying to correct. Also, if you're leaving a task that's really hard until later on in the day, you could spend all day long thinking about that task, and it could actually cause you to have focusing issues throughout the day. Let's use hunger as an example. Have you ever been at work and your stomach started growling? I bet you that when that happened, the only thing you could think of was how hungry you were and how much you wanted to eat something. The same thing happens when you put harder things off for later on in the day. You spend all day long accomplishing these easy tasks, but in the back of your head, you know that you have this hard task later on in the day and you're dreading it. You don't want to do it. That's why it's good to start with the hardest task first, because you don't have to have that in the back of your mind throughout the day. While you're working on your tasks throughout the day, one of the most essential things you need to do is to be sure and take breaks whenever possible. Most people that have normal jobs either have a 15 to 30 minute break halfway in between their work period. For most people, that's 4 hours of working, 15-minute break, and then another 4 hours of working. Let's say throughout the day you're starting to have brain fog and you're feeling a little restless. If you keep working those 4 hours, what is going to come of it? You might work for an hour and a half and have amazing quality work done, but then you start getting brain fog and you don't know what to do, so you're going to spend the next hour and a half trying to just figure out what your next steps are. This right here is a very bad thing to happen to you. When this happens, you need to take a break. And I know that some of you are going to absolutely refuse to take a break, but trust me, it is going to help you in the long run. If you're working for an hour and 30 minutes and you start getting brain fog, just go relax. Take a 15-minute break. Take some time to yourself, read a book, drink some coffee. Whatever it is you need to do to take your mind off of work. Doing this could spark your creativity and could actually help you be more productive in the long run. Me personally, I recommend working in short bursts, and this varies from person to person. Some people can work 4 hours and then take a 30-minute break and then work 4 hours again and have no problem. Other people, on the other hand, can only work an hour to 2 hours and then they need to take a 15 to 30-minute break. I myself work 2 hours and then I take a 15 to 30-minute break. If I don't, I cannot get anything done. Now, obviously, if you can work more than 2 hours, go right ahead. Work 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever it is. But let's say that you can't work for more than 2 hours. Let's say you can only work for 30 minutes at a time before you start having brain fog. Start with that 30 minutes. Every single day afterwards, increase this time by 1%. Over time, those 30 minutes will grow into an hour, into 2 hours, into 3 hours. Never let the person you are today tear down who you could be in the future. Now, I'm not telling you to go to your boss and to tell him, hey, I need a 15-minute break every 2 hours. That's just not feasibly possible. However, if you do work from home, this could be very beneficial for you. And the very last thing we're going to be talking today is to be constantly reflecting on your productivity throughout the day. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing productive? And what can I do to change that if it's not? If you're going to be working, turn your phone off. And I know some of you are not going to be able to turn off your phone because you have kids or you have a job that you have to be on call for. Some things in life we just can't control. but we still have to find some way to work around them whether we like it or not. If you ask yourself this question and you see that you've accomplished a lot during the day, I recommend rewarding yourself. I personally did not like the idea of this at first because I thought to myself, I'm not a dog, I'm not an animal. I don't need rewards to be able to do the things that I have to do. However, with the way our brains work, if you do reward yourself, you are much more likely to do it again in the future because while you're doing your work, it reminds your brain of the good feeling you had when you had that reward, when you had that coffee, when you went out to the bar and you had drinks with your friends. Whatever it is that you want to reward yourself with, do it. Our goal here is to improve our focus and productivity, not to deprive ourselves and to spend all day torturing ourselves laboring away. To recap what we talked about today, we talked about prioritizing your tasks ahead of time, completing your hardest tasks first thing in the morning, to take breaks during the day, and to constantly be reflecting on your productivity throughout the day. Now to go back to the question I asked you at the beginning of the video, what is one thing that has been troubling you when it comes to staying productive? I really want to know. You telling me this will allow me to make a lot better videos in the future, and I really just want to be able to help you guys. If you're still here, I want to sincerely thank you for watching this video. Not only because you're helping me out, because you want to help yourself out. I post a new video every Saturday morning, so be sure to subscribe. I'll catch you guys next week.